this video, I'm going to manually source Amazon products from a specific brand. And in a previous video, I found the specific brand, which is Sweet Home Collection, on an online store, which is boscovs.com. And I went under their home category, the general home category, specifically to the kitchen and dine-in section, which is where I did find a product under the brand Sweet Home Collection. And so I took this brand, took it over to Amazon, searched the brand on Amazon, and these are the product results that showed up. So at this point, I can begin to open up some of these individual results, which I'll do with a right click, open link in new tab. And as you can see, the product listing will show up, of course. And one thing I do want to point out is you'll notice that I have this green circle with a check mark in it next to the link to the brand. And that's because I'm using a Chrome extension called IP Alert. And you can use that Chrome extension basically to determine the safety level of a brand. Green meaning it's safe. It's not known to file IP complaints, but if it is, they'll give you an indication that it is known to file IP complaints. You can see the description of the video for a link if you're interested in that that Chrome extension. So now, at this point, what I want to do is start to begin to source the product. And what I'll do is take that title and just right click it and do a Google search on that title and see what comes up, right? Now, obviously, I'm looking for a product that looks similar. When you have a product like this that has a lot of variations, you always have to keep that in mind. As you can see, it has a lot of color variations and different pack sizes. We have turquoise here on the 6-pack. And so I do see some turquoise on the 6-pack here at Walmart, for instance. You can always click on the shopping tab if you want to get a better kind of immediate view of all the different stores that are carrying the same or similar products. However, with sourcing Amazon, particularly for arbitrage and drop shipping, we are looking for the exact same product. And now, here's the thing I also want to get into here, which is that there are two different directions in which we can source products, these Amazon products. So as you can see, I'm currently on Amazon and I'm trying to then reverse search these products back to a supplier. And as you can see already from this first listing, I'm getting a lot of different supplier results, and they're not necessarily the supplier that I started with, which is boscovs.com. So this brings up a point, right? If you are trying to source the Sweet Home Collection brand specifically to Boscovs, meaning you want that the product results are going to be on boscovs.com, then doing it this way from Amazon, right, might not be the most efficient way, because you're going to get a lot of other suppliers showing up here. But if you're really just wanting to source the brand to any supplier and you don't care who the supplier is that much, if you're kind of exploring, then this is fine, right? But I want to use Boscovs. Let's say I want to use Boscovs as the supplier. Then I want to go to Boscovs and actually perhaps search that brand name on Boscovs, unless they have some kind of link to the brand. But if not, then I'm going to take that brand and, okay, well, here's the product. Now, some websites have a link to the brand that you can click on. This does not, so I'll have to take the brand name and copy it. Just highlighted it, and I'll just paste it in on Boscovs itself. That way, I will see only the Sweet Home Collection products that are available on Boscovs, similar to what I did on Amazon in a previous video where I searched the brand name on Amazon. So once I do the search, I get about 199 results of Sweet Home Collection products. But now I know that the Sweet Home Collection products that I'm trying to source, I know that they're on Boscovs. because I'm on Boscov's. So now what I can do is try to match these over to Amazon and see if I find them on Amazon, right? And I mean, I could directly search for these on Amazon by title, or I can do image searches or title searches as well on Google. Everything's open in before I actually wanted to open. Let me go back because I don't want to replace my original results. So I'll go back and wait for that. It's just a bit slow. Sorry about that. Just a bit slow on this result here. Okay, I'll do right click, open, see if I can get it to open in a new tab here. Okay, so you have to right click on the picture apparently on that site, on this site I should say. And now I'll take the title. Okay, let's try that again. Copy, and I'll go on Amazon itself. Because what happens, I mean, I'm going to paste that title, but before I do that, I just want to really drive this point home. What's happening is that we have all these different Sweet Home Collection products on Amazon. There are only 200 on Boscov's. So there may be more than 200 on Amazon. So there's a possibility that if I try to source these from Amazon, I'm going to keep running into products that are not actually on Boscov's, right? So this is, why I'm doing this, right? Because I'm trying to find the Boscov's products here on Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and search that product title on Amazon. So now this is going from the Supplier. Right now I start on the Supplier over to Amazon, and let's see what I get. Right, and let's keep in mind the original product, and then see if anything jumps out that looks like that product immediately. Right, and might not happen. Now, I mean, of course, this is why people, today, like Google Lens searches as well. I prefer to do mine rather than just doing a Google Lens search here. A lot of times I'll copy the image address, but you know what? I'll go ahead and use the search with Google Lens option and see. I'm not sure what these questions are over here. Okay, let's try that again. Search with Google Lens. Let's see what we get. Okay, yes, this image is doing something here with, oh, okay, I guess I've got that AI thing going or whatever. Okay, so here are the visual matches, and we know we're trying to match it to Amazon, so we'll check Amazon.com. This does look similar, and then this is Amazon. Another marketplace. Here's .com. So I'll go ahead and open that in a new tab so I can keep my original results, and I'll see if that is the same product. And this appears to be quite likely the same product. Let's see. Looks similar. Okay. And that is sage, and the original color, I believe, is sage. And of course, I mean, you'll have to look at variations and all that, but let's see, sage. Okay, actually, let's see what exact variation this is. I mean, it has multiple variations, but okay, let's just close the Google Lens for a second. Let me click on sage and just see what I have. Okay, so I have different sizes for sage, full, king, queen. I can click through to see that these sizes are available under that color. Okay. All right, just wanted to get that out of the way. So now let's look for sage here. And it looks like we have a twin XL. Okay, $69.99. We need to know exactly what we're comparing. Let's do a twin over here. All right, and we can see this price on Boscov's, $34.80. I see over here on Amazon, this is a similar product. Now the brand, I should have, sorry, right away, I didn't even pay attention to the fact that the brand is different here. So that alone is not, you know, is something that I really don't want. I don't want the brand to be reported differently than it is here on the original site. So that would probably, for me, that would be a no-go. I just, you know, I don't know why that brand is different. I just don't want to deal with that. Especially if you're like doing FBA and you're going to send that in. Okay, can I do this later? Let's see if I need to just get that off of my screen. Okay, it's actually taking me onto a survey. Okay, so, right. And of course, I mean, in a video demonstration like this, I might do one product and that product doesn't work out. And of course, I could do another product and another product and another product, but it will just potentially take a long time to do. And that's just the reality of this, right? But let's go ahead. But, you know, I will go ahead and, you know, let's go ahead and take a look at another product. I mean, let's look at a different type of product. Let's even do that. And let's just see what happens, right? So, whoa, why is that? Oh, they're selling the cushions, not the actual chair cushions. I mean, I guess that's fine. Open link in new tab. So I'll try another one. And again, I can either search it directly on Amazon, or I can do like a Google Lens search. Just waiting for it. Okay. So I can do a direct Google Lens search here. But I'll tell you what. I'll show you another way that I like to do my Google searches, Google Lens. And I actually built an automation that does it as well. And it's a totally free automation that you can run. But let me show you the process, right? So what you do is you right click and you just get a copy. If you can copy the image address, hopefully, from the site. Okay, I don't see that it's letting me copy this image address. Right click. Okay, if I can't get the image address, I won't be able to do it that way. Okay, so I have to just stick to I'll just have to stick to this way. Search for Google Lens. And I'm just trying to get that image searched. Okay. This kind of AI feature has kind of changed the way this used to work, which is why I keep having that clicking war with it. But, okay, so remember we're on Boscov's and we're looking to sell it on Amazon. So we're looking to see the same product on Amazon. And sometimes you will get a product that really, you know, it's the same picture and it looks very similar, but the brand is just different, right? It ends up being a different brand. So, I mean, I suppose maybe it's being made by the same manufacturer, but somehow it's being branded differently by someone else or something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but sometimes that does happen. And you'll get like a different brand here, right? So, but does it appear to be the same product? You know, from what I can see, you know, right down to this, yeah, it's the same product, same image with the plant and the bookcase and everything in the background, right? Now it's currently out of stock on Amazon. No one's actually selling it right now, and so we don't have a price because of that. I should have mentioned Keepa. If you have the, let's see if I can load Keepa right now. Reload. There's a free version of Keepa, the free Chrome extension, the basic free Chrome extension for Keepa. And what that does, I'll have a link for that also if you want to go ahead and get that Chrome extension. That shows you price history, which you should have anyway for products. So that will show you the price history. So if you have a product like this with no price, you might be able to get the price history using that Keepa extension. All right. So you'll get an idea of what price it typically goes for. But anyway, I mean, I already don't like the fact that the brand is different. Now, I mean, if I keep seeing this, that I keep getting these matches that are similar, but the brand is different, then, I mean, this might be a thing with the brand, This might just be an issue. This just might be an issue with this particular brand coming from Boscov's, trying to match to Amazon, or it could just be these specific products of the brand. I mean, there's different possibilities, but it's just something that I have to keep in mind if I just keep seeing that happen, right? I'll try a third one here and see what happens as well with this. And I'll do another Google Lens. Now, title searches do work, and I do still use title searches, but the fact of the matter is, Google, the image is like such an exact way to match a product that, if you can match it by image, it's like kind of a no-brainer, right? To do it, right? If it's going to get you that result, exact match right away. Let's see what this is. Schools, buses. Okay, I've got something here for Amazon. I'll see what that is. And okay, I don't know if this is exactly the same. Looks similar. So, and again, I've got a different brand name, and I don't think these are even exactly the same. So image searches are not always perfect either. So this is why I still like my title searches sometimes. So sometimes I'll just do a Google search on the title in this case and just see what I get. This is clearly what we're looking at right now, Boscov's, and I'll try to see if I find it on Amazon over here and see what this is. Let's see what I get. Okay, this is different. But again, consider variations. It might be a different variation of it. And let's see if this is the same product on Amazon. No, right? The print is different. Let's see, this one. It's very small in the, the preview down there, that little thumbnail. So you really do have to open it up and look at it. So no, I don't believe that's... Well, actually, this might be the same. Yellow truck, right? Let's see what we've got. This looks the same, right? The blue car, the red, kind of a fire truck. So I believe this might actually be the same. Yeah, Sweet Home and the Sweet Home collection. So I'm so glad to have found a match finally within this recording. And now it's sold by My Sweet Home. I don't know that that's the brand owner or if that's someone who is just who just used the brand name and kind of made their own store after that name. Or is that actually that seller? Is that actually the brand owner selling it, or is that someone? I'm going to go ahead and open up their store on another page and see what it looks like. I want to see if that's the brand owner. My Sweet Home. Yeah, this could be the brand owner, right? Sweet Home Collections, we understand that in today's, so it could be the brand owner, right? And I've said before, and many people have said, not just me, you don't want to sell a product at all when it's being sold by the brand owner. But that can vary, meaning it doesn't mean that every product of the brand is going to be sold by the brand owner. So there might still be other products that they're not selling. But I don't generally like to sell brand if the brand owner is selling on it. So, that's something to consider, that although it is showing up as green and not currently filing IP complaints or anything like that, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of a brand owner. And they do appear to be the brand owner. I don't like the idea of a brand owner selling the brand. However, that is the process. So just to kind of maybe summarize what was done here, the whole idea of this video was just to source from a brand, to take a brand that is at a supplier, find that that same brand is on Amazon, but then to actually find products of the brand, and then basically to find matches between Amazon and the supplier, starting on Amazon, searching for the products, possibly finding them back at the supplier, or starting at the supplier, searching for the brand, right? And then going through the products and trying to find them back on Amazon. Okay, so those are basically the two ideas. And I do have a spreadsheet that kind of makes this type of process a bit easier. Sorry I don't have it open right now. It's the Amazon Matcher Google Sheet. And what that does is you feed it these product titles. I show you how to actually get the product titles off of the page and download it to a CSV using a free Chrome extension. Oh, here it is. It's the Data Scraper. So you use that and it will, pull the links and the titles and all that this way. And what it will do is actually automatically find the Amazon URLs that, the closest Amazon matches it can find to those product titles. Okay. So I do have a Google Sheet that does that right there inside Google Sheets, and it runs inside Google Sheets. It does it right inside there. Okay. Doesn't require any credits or anything like that. Meaning you can do an unlimited number of these searches and just have it keep searching products. And so that helps to make this a lot easier. All right. So that is something to keep in mind. I have videos on that, but I'll provide a link to that as well, so that you can look at that. And I have a lot of videos where I've demonstrated that Google Sheet. And I also have a browser automation. Browser automations are not as neat, because it has to run in the browser. And but I also have a browser automation that automates Google Lens searches. It's not as neat and collected together of a system as the Amazon Matcher. The Amazon Matcher Google Sheet is kind of all organized into one, but the Google Lens Sourcer, has the benefit of that it's doing a Google Lens search automatically, and it will do it actually in the browser, but it is very slow because it has to actually do the searches physically. So it's manually doing the searches, but it's manually doing it for you, right? So it's doing it, you're not doing it. So I have a couple different things that I use to kind of make this easier, because truthfully, manually searching all these products to then try to find them on Amazon, or manually searching through all the Amazon products to then try to find them at suppliers is very slow, and it can just take a long time. And so the Google Sheets just kind of help to speed up that process a bit. And so if you're watching this video as part of a course, potentially for a manual sourcing course I put together on Amazon, you can quite possibly find links to software and also some of these spreadsheets that I'm talking about that I've made, or automations, right around the page that you're watching this video on. Or if you're watching it on YouTube, you may be able to find links in the description of the video. Might not be to the specific Google Sheet, but at least to the page where I have the different Amazon tools described on that page. But if you want a specific link, I can do that too. But you can definitely just go to the description and work your way from the description of the video. And that is it. I am Mr. Mark, and I will see you around in another video.